Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be talking about some Looxi products, Looxi. They are a indie brand that is on the more affordable side, and I placed an order a couple of weeks ago. I had reviewed the eye candies set, and today I thought I would take you through and review the Fairy Tales as well as the Happy Hour collections. So first up, we're going to talk about the Fairy Tales collection. Let's just jump right into it. So let me show you what the product looks like. So from left to right, we have Huff and Puff on the front row, Emerald City, and Oh Bother. Then we have Wicked Witch, Ohana, and Once Upon a Time. And then we have Pixie Dust, Under the Sea, and Dragon Slayer. So as you can tell, a beautiful color story, has a great mix of bluish purples and greens and some pinks there and even a yellow. It is a beautiful collection, I believe. And I'll just talk about my first impressions. I am wearing it on this eye today. I really love the eye look. I think it's wearing really great. I did this a couple of hours ago and so far so good. A little bit of fallout, so 100% use a primer, a sticky primer, and that will help make it so that it's not as it doesn't fall out as much. They're very soft to the touch, so I would be gentle and I would carefully have them in your collection, like place them somewhere where they're safe, because I will show you later, I actually received 2 smashed versions of a eyeshadow, unfortunately, even though they were packaged great. So it could still happen. So they're very soft to the touch. They're beautiful. You can see the shimmer right away, the gorgeous flex and the shift. It's actually like just so stunning. So I'm going to take you closer here and I will show you the swatches up close. Okay, so we have, again, Huff and Puff up top here, Emerald City, Oh Bother, Wicked Witch, Ohana, Once Upon a Time, Pixie Dust, Under the Sea, and Dragon Slayer. I'll kind of just show you up close what they look like. So this first has like a beautiful bluish purple sheen to it. It has purple flecks. It's a blue primarily. It's gorgeous. This lime green is next. It obviously has some gold shimmer to it. It's beautiful. This next one, Oh Bother, it has a special place in my heart. I love the name of it. But as you can see, it just has this gorgeous sheen. It's really beautiful on the inner corner, I will say. That's where I decided to wear it today. Next up, we have Wicked Witch, which is this like purplish greenish shift. Absolutely stunning. We have Ohana, which is this color right here. She's beautiful. She has purple flecks. She's reddish pink with like pink flecks. So really stunning. Next we have this like beautiful true purple blue, and that is Once Upon a Time. Next we have Pixie Dust, and that is pink with some gold shift to it. It's really, really pretty. I'm not sure if you can see in the light, but when it catches the light, you can see some gold. It's gorgeous. Then there's Under the Sea, which is just this beautiful turquoise, like absolutely stunning. I see some other, like I see blue specks of glitter throughout, and obviously the main color is blue. And then Dragon Slayer is on the bottom, and it's just this beautiful deep olivey green, and it has, again, flecks within it too. So again, the overview. So those are the swatches. Those are kind of my first impressions. I'm certainly a fan of this, spoiler alert, of this collection. I think they're just absolutely gorgeous and magical shades. I think they live up to the fairy tale name. And, you know, they're just so beautiful. In terms of favorites, I'll take a look at my eye again. Again, I really loved how Oh Bother like wore on the inner corner. What I did is I took a few of the colors on the lid, and then I kind of went above the crease and kind of made like a little like of a rainbow look, I guess. And that's what I did, and I really like it, and I think that it's wearing great. In terms of similarity, there is, what is it, Pixie Dust and Ohana, which are these two shades. They look very different up close, as you can tell. They are different, and they swatch different too. Again, just a reminder that it's those two pink shades. And yeah, I think that they're different enough for sure. I think they complement each other great. I can totally see like the lighter pink Pixie Dust going all over the lid, and then Ohana like going into the crease, or however you choose to wear it. Makeup is so much fun. You could do whatever you want. But these are the swatches, and now I'm going to go and I'm going to swatch the Happy Hour collection, and I'm going to compare them and see which one's worth the money, if it's worth both of them, what have you. So be right back. Okay, so I just finished swatching the Happy Hour collection, and I definitely see some differences, which I'll talk about in just a few. But first I wanted to show you the, oh my goodness, the palette, go through the names. Oh, that one just totally, okay, I'll tell you in a second, and show you the swatches. So the back we have, let me show you actually an overview first. We'll talk about this. Okay. The first row we have Bahama Mama, Fuzzy Flamingo, and Marguerite Ah. Next, we have Electric Lemonade, Blue Lagoon, and Tequila Sunrise. This shade right here is Cosmo, and this one right here is Stormy Morning. I will say, actually, let me show you the swatches. And again, I'll read off the names of the shades. We have Bahama Mama up top, then we have Fuzzy Flamingo, Margarita, Electric Lemonade, Blue Lagoon, Tequila Sunrise, and Blue Lagoon, Tequila Sunrise. This one right here is Cosmo. And then this purple one here is Stormy Morning. Talking through the palette, the collection itself, before I move on to talk about the differences and all that kind of thing, all those things, I received Cosmo, this one right here, completely shattered. So I wrote into Looxi and I let them know what happened, and then they sent me another one, and this is the other one. So their customer service is great, but I think just maybe the shade is extremely finicky. again, they are soft shadows, like I had given the disclaimer for the Fairy Tales collection and even the Eye Candies collection. They are very soft and it feels great and they're really beautiful on the eye. However, it's just something that you kind of have to look into and have in mind when you buy these shadows. So they are finicky, they are soft, they do feel wonderful and buttery, but you do have to be careful. I wanted to revisit my eyes again because I think I had them mixed up originally. So this is actually the eye that I did the Happy Hour collection with, and this one here on the right is actually the one that I did the Fairy Tales collection with. So they're, you know, both rainbow looks, and I did the same thing. I just did a couple of colors on the lid and then I transitioned above the crease. So that's what they look like together. Before I move on to talking just in general and, you know, comparing, I think that there are a couple of similar shades in this palette range, in this collection range. My apologies, I keep saying palette. We have these, that's the wrong one. We have these first two, Bahama Mama and Fuzzy Flamingo, that look pretty similar. They do swatch differently. You can tell that the top is like this like orangey pink, and the second one kind of is like a pink gold. So they are different, but they look pretty similar. And then you'll see the bottom two here, if I can turn my arm that way. And that is Cosmo and which one is this one? Tequila Sunrise. They kind of swatch pretty similar, but not the same thing. I will actually say that I think Fuzzy Flamingo and Cosmo look pretty, or not Cosmo, sorry. I think Fuzzy Flamingo and Tequila Sunrise actually look pretty similar. So that's the second shade and the third to last. If you can see it on my arm, I'm like trying to turn it in like such a way. So I think that those do have some similarities. If I were to recommend one or the other, I definitely would recommend Fuzzy Flamingo over Tequila Sunrise. Tequila Sunrise didn't swatch the best, to be completely honest with you. It kind of had like some, you can go back and look. It had some like uneven area. Same with Cosmo, but I was most disappointed with the Cosmo shade, obviously, the one that arrived broken. Even though when it arrived, it still was like somewhat together. It's like falling all over my desk right now. Even though it was more put together than it looks now, it did fall apart. And, you know, that's obviously disappointing. But the point of me saying that is that to begin with, I had a broken but whole palette shade, single. I keep saying palette, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. A single that was in the pan, broken, but it still had enough to swatch. And the swatches just left me wanting more. I think it's an okay shade, Cosmo. I don't need it. I think I have ones that are more beautiful in my collection, and even in just this collection itself, I have colors that are more beautiful. So, you know, I take it with a grain of salt. If you love the color, it might perform better for you, might come to you not broken, but this has been the second time that it came to me broken. And again, Looxi's customer service has been great. They replaced it the first time. I reached out to them about the second one, so we'll see what they say. It's almost at this point not worth the hassle. Anything else overall? I'll go into the comparisons and I'll go back and forth maybe. Sorry, again, like this is totally new to me, so I'm learning and this is really exciting. I just love talking about makeup, but anyway. So we have, again, the Fairy Tales and we have Happy Hour. I'm gonna show you guys a quick pan over of them both so that you can kind of see. So here we have Happy Hour in all its glory. Beautiful. And then we have Fairy Tales right here. As a whole, after looking at them both, I think they're both absolutely stunning. I think that they have great colors, and there are some things that are like very unique in my collection now because I own these. But just looking at them both and swatching them both and wearing them both, I think ultimately, I think Fairy Tales does swatch much better. I think that it's much more consistent throughout the board. The swatches just look nicer. They're more evenly distributed. I did the same methodology for both. I used a brush for the first layer and then my finger as the top layer, 2 coats for each of these that you saw, with primer underneath. Because like I said, I used primer on my eyes today. I would use primer with them, so it only makes sense to swatch with them, in my opinion. Happy Hour did not disappoint me by any means. There was just, again, a couple of shades that just weren't consistent. Primarily, again, that Cosmo color that was broken, and even Electric Lemonade is not as consistently swatched, even though I applied, again, the same methodology for both. The other shades look amazing, just those two don't pack the punch for me. I will say, out of Happy Hour, I really love Bahama Mama, I really love Fuzzy Flamingo, I really like Margarita, I really, really love Blue Lagoon. I think it's stunning, that blue. And, you know, those are the colors I'm in love with on this side. On Fairy Tales, I truthfully love them all. I think they're all super unique. Under the Sea is like a shining star to me. I really love Oh Bother as well. I think all of them, though, are just super beautiful and unique to me, and I'm happy to have all of them. Which boils down to this main point that I wanted to say. I'm really happy with the way they look on my eyes. I really like this look today. I feel confident. I feel pretty. That's what I want out of my makeup. I want to feel good. I want to feel creative. I want to feel inspired. And both of these collections did that for me. On the eye, they are, honestly, they wear the exact same. There's consistency there, and I think when wearing it on the lids, that is the most important place to really consider the product and to judge the product, and so I have a huge stamp of approval for both because they wear so great. Swatches are important. They're your first kind of introduction to the product. You want them to swatch nice. If you review makeup for fun or as your job, like, they need to look good. And they're a great comparison point. However, I think that they both wear absolutely stunning on the eyes, and that's what's most important here. Again, a little bit of fallout, but you're gonna get that from these gorgeous, really soft, buttery pigments. And yeah, so that's my comparison of the two. I'm actually going to quickly grab the Eye Candies collection and quickly do a little pan of that as well. And just let you know if I see any similarities in this collection. So I feel like, and I don't have the names in front of me, I'm sorry. I feel like there may look to be some similarities, but just taking a quick peek, I really don't see any that are complete dupes in this palette. I'm swatching right now. Similar, but No, I think that they all, I think that they're all unique enough, to be completely honest with you, that these shades are all, 3 collections are worth adding to your personal stash. Again, I don't have anything really negative to say other than the fallout and the one shade coming broken, but I didn't really like that shade anyway. So it is what it is. This gets, again, a giant stamp of approval from me, and I'm really curious to see if you have any thoughts, if you have these collections, if you're thinking about getting these collections, what exactly, you know, what's going on? Let's talk. Again, I'm Swatches by Fish, and this video is actually requested by Kelly. Awesome. Hi, Kelly. And I'm really excited to do requests. So again, that was a couple of the collections from Looxi, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you.